There's nothing there. Anyway, it's beautiful here, and I just want to jump on because I have a lot of emails, and I just wanted to be clear. If you're not on my email list, LakeishaMichelle.com. Join list. I send motivation. Whatever my brain comes up with, it goes out. It goes out. It goes out. So I want to show you guys what I sent out earlier. Hey y'all. The response was crazy. I don't know. Y'all know I'll be ranting. I swear my rants do the best. And I'm a natural ranter, so there's nothing to it. And so I want to talk to you guys really quickly. What's stopping you from starting? So one of the number one things I get in my email is, Keisha, I want you to help me. Keisha, I want you to help me with my video. Keisha, I want you to help me with my YouTube channel. Keisha, I want you to help me build more clients. Keisha, I really want to do this. So you're just talking. That sounds cute because I'm excitable. I'm energetic. So you like that. You inspired. So you're gonna send me something. You know what I'm saying? And I respect and love you for that. But you gotta think about it. If you have been saying since you've been following me, some of you guys have been following me for so long, and you have yet to finish your YouTube channel. You've yet to make the videos, to post the pictures, the class. You've yet to do it. At some point, you gotta ask yourself, why haven't I started? And here's what I love with my community, y'all. It's tough. Hey, Koya. It's tough. It's tough love. And you have to give yourself tough love. Because if you don't, who will? Like you're gonna be living. My dad calls La La Land. I thank God for my dad every day because he told me, don't live in La La Land. Like either you in or you not. And I know that is because he's military. So if you say yes to something, it's a yes. A no is a yes. It's black or white. It's either I'm gonna do this or I'm not gonna do this. And he's very like that, right? And so I have just a part of that where for the most part, if I want something, I'm going to. Period. And if it takes me staying up all night, if it takes me sacrificing, if it takes me giving up something for a short period of time so that I can get back to whatever I need to get to, it's going down. Period. And so the email that I sent out, if you guys, I'm gonna read it to you guys, but you've got to understand that you have to know what you're committed to. How far you go for whatever it is that you say you want. For example, I made a video earlier, you guys were laughing at me, and I really sent that to my friends, and I decided to post it on Facebook. But the video, I was like, I really want some cookies. Like, I've been doing opposite. I'm just, whatever. And today I wanted some cookies. Specifically from Tiff's Treats. I could taste them. And in the video, because you're like, friend, I'm having an attack. I need these cookies. Like, these cookies keep coming to my brain, and I need to get these cookies. And so we were laughing. I posted it on Facebook. Just to post it. But what was funny is if I really wanted the body that I say I want, like, my commitment, I would know, like, how far I was willing to go. Like, I would already know, like, cookies is a no. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to get abs. I got this strict goal. I know how far. Like, the outcome that I really expect, the outcome that I expect from my workout is pretty normal. It's pretty lit. I know how to stay, like, the way I want to look. I can go get the cookies because I have a minimum, right? But I know how far I'm willing to go. I know what I will and won't eat. I'm not eating pork. I'm not doing all the other stuff. But there's a few things I'm breaking the rules for. That's just how committed I am. So to have the body of a god, because I'm always trying to get some cookies. So the same thing goes for your business. You can't expect to have a certain result in your business if you can't expect to have something different next year if you go into next year with the same thing you did this year, with the same habits from. So the circle is not about another class that you need to learn. So I decided to create this space for those who keep saying they want to work one-on-one. And the funny thing is, just put your money where your mouth is. Like, either you don't believe I'm gonna help you, or you don't believe you're gonna actually finish and be committed. It's always one of the two. And it's like no big deal. Because I make a living from anywhere in the world based on the pitch. And it's not because I'm energetic or I look better than you or I got more followers than you, because people try to come up with stuff. Has nothing to do with that. Everything to do with showing up imperfect, knowing the few little things that I know that I do consistently all the time. YouTube, for example. I preach YouTube and people still say one day. YouTube worked for me while I'm asleep, so I can take a week off and videos are still sending me customers. That's like when Michael Jackson died. My nephew came to me after Michael Jackson died. He said, oh my God. He said, Michelle, do you know Michael Jackson? And I was like, this is cute. This is because the amount of Michael Jackson has, once he passed away, the content went up. You don't want to wait, like, I'm not saying you have to die before people know who you are. What I'm saying is, you should have so much content online right now so that when you're not online, people can find your information. And I've been preaching this forever, and people still saying, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. And at the end of the day, the videos, the more equity you have, right? So I'm just saying, you gotta really get real with yourself. This is about being real with yourself. What's actually stopping you from starting? That's the question that journal tonight. Be real. Journaling is everything. Everything. I read my journal to my aunt the other day and she was like, this is a whole class. She's like, this is a book. I'm like, what? She was like, yeah. She was like, this is a book. This is something. This is amazing. She was like, I need to write some of that stuff down. And I thought about it. I'm like, this is because when you actually are vulnerable enough and real with yourself enough to ask questions that you don't want anybody to read, to really call yourself on your stuff, that's when transformation happens. Because when you begin to do that, the answers, you start to answer your own questions because you do know what you could do next. You can't guarantee that something's going to work, but you do know what you could do next. But yourself until you get real with yourself. So the email here, I'm going to read it to you guys. Let's see what happened here. Where is it? Here's what it says. Ready? Wait a minute. Type ready in the comments. Are you guys ready? Do you want to hear the email that I sent out earlier? If so, lighting 101, put a bright light underneath you. You're going to instantly glow. If you put a light underneath you, it makes you glow just a little bit extra. Anyway, sorry, I'm looking at the camera. Y'all ready? Let me see ready in the comments. If you guys want me to read you this email about commitment, it's going to inspire you. Let me see ready in the comments. Even if you're watching the replay, let me see ready. I see all y'all stuff. Okay. I see it coming through. YouTube and Facebook, we live streaming tonight. So listen, here we go. Hey guys, Dana, Shakisha, Shanice, Lynn, Kristen, Camilla, Mike. Okay, cool. Here we go. We pray, we believe, we wish, we say that we're ready. We look at everyone who we admire and say, one day I will. One day when I get. One day and then I will. This is what we say, y'all. Listen, I want you to be tough on yourself. I want you to hold yourself accountable and be real about how far you're really willing to go. How far are you really willing to go? Think about it. Think about it. Sometimes we will have learned that we love the idea of something. I learned that a lot. When I got into business, I learned that I liked the way the story made me feel. The other person's success, it made me feel good. I liked the idea of it. So then I began to pursue that thing because I liked the idea. And then, thank God, I quickly realized, oh, I'm not willing to go as far as they went to make that outcome a reality. Next. That's another thing. You can't be so tied emotionally. Just go to the next thing. You realize, oh, no, I ain't that committed. Next. It's that simple. It's that simple. Okay? Now, here's the deal. Sometimes you'll learn that you love the idea of something, but you're not willing to stick it out to do what it takes to make that happen in your life. That's real talk. Who feels me on this? Like, who's ever said, I want this? Like, obviously, the abs scenario I just gave you, if I really wanted the abs, I would have the abs. Because when I make my mind up about something that I want, it's done. Before I ever start, it's done. And I naturally do what others won't do because it's just the way it is when I really want something. And when I don't, I can BS myself. That's just the reality, okay? And it's okay. It's tough, yet it's honest. Now, what sucks is spending time that isn't even promised. What sucks is spending time that God didn't promise you. I just read a scripture earlier today, and it was about time. God didn't promise you time, right? So what sucks is spending time that isn't promised, chasing something that you're not really committed to. That sucks. Oh my God. And I'm so scared of that. And you have seen me start and stop things because I realized, like, I don't got time. I don't have time to waste my time on it. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing right now. You got to be willing to stop something dead in this track and be like, interrupting this regular scheduled program. I'll be back. And don't worry about other people's opinions because time is not promised. And so, again, what sucks is spending time that isn't promised chasing something that we really aren't committed to. Ooh, and that could totally go into a million different ways. Let's not talk about relationships. Period. Okay, listen. When there's no commitment, we don't do whatever it takes to create the outcome that we desire. When there is no commitment, we don't do whatever it takes to get the outcome. So when I got into the beauty business, I knew straight up, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I knew that I was not getting another eviction notice. I knew that I was gonna just do whatever. I didn't even know what it took, but I just knew that it wasn't gonna scare me off because I had decided that this has to work. And it did. I had fumbles, I scraped myself, I had all kind of stuff. But in general, it worked. I developed the discipline and I showed up when it wasn't fun and I used all the resources that were free. Okay, so if you have a business, I'm sorry. You keep saying, I want to get to 6 figures. Like people keep saying, I want to get to 6 figures. I do that with no paid marketing. Like, you know, some people be like, you need to do this and do this and do that. There's so much stuff that can just get you jump started so then you can take that money and invest in paid marketing. Anybody interested in that? Anybody want to use free marketing tactics online and offline to get you to that 6-figure mark so then you can go pay for the big wig stuff? Anybody interested in that? Because that's what the Action Taker Inner Circle is. It's showing you guys how to start with what you have, how to get resourceful, plug into the source and get the resources, okay, that are free. God bless somebody to make Google, and here we are. You can Google. Let me just show you what that looks like. So, let's see. Oh, hold on. Let us see what's happening. Let us see. So, if we go to Google, why is it freezing? If we go to Google and type in how to be, in 29 seconds, we have 26,200 results. How to be a successful hairstylist. Boom! your girl, on the front page, right there. CEO stylist, boom. Let's go to Google and type in short hair specialist. Can I spell specialist? Boom! Okay. So, yep, there we go. All me, because I spent a lot of time there making sure I dominate that. I don't even do that anymore, but I dominate it. Wow, the whole front page, your girl. Okay, so, and let me tell you how that works. So all of that is me on Google that I did for free. So people watch my videos, and by the time they come to me, they're buying programs. If I was in a salon, they would be booking salon services. They buy my online courses from the internet. So let me tell y'all how you really have no excuse. Besides, I'm in my own way. I'm scared to start because I don't want to see. Like what? Like what? I'm scared to start because I think I'm not good enough. I think I'm like country. I hate the way I sound. You're more popular than me. Blah, 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 blah. There's a million excuses, but at the end of the day, they're all excuses because I'm not popular. You don't have to be popular. My goal is to be popular. You don't have to know my name, honey, but you will get my money. I'm gonna get my coins. The end. So again, what's stopping you from starting? Like, this is a real legit question I want you to sit with tonight. So you guys, give me some examples of your industry. So if you're watching this right now and you want to see who's dominating in your market right now, let me see. Give me your industry. So tell me if you're a hairstylist in Michigan. Tell me if you are a life coach in Chicago. Like, I don't know what you do. Tell me in the comments. I'm going to show you. I've been thinking for a long time that I couldn't because I have 6 kids. 6 kids is even more reason for you to hustle. If I had 6 kids, and I will tell you this, I support parents. I'm going to tell y'all this. Supporting a family in general, like, that's a lot. Okay? So, okay, what type of hairstylist? So rule number 1, tip number 1, if you are whatever you say you are, did y'all notice how I call myself a short hair specialist? If I type in black hair, oh, that's still really specific. I don't even know how to be vague sometimes. How can you be vague? If I just type in hair, what'd you just type? Let me type in what you said. Hairstylist, Boston. Let's see who pops up. First of all, this is extremely vague. I'm gonna guess that you're black, and I'm gonna just tell you that it's all white people. And this is not a racist thing. Y'all know I got all types of, I'm just saying, ain't no black stylists on here dominating. It's not black salons. I know you do black hair. I'm just gonna take a wild guess and let you know that you're wide open right now. Okay, so let's go to all. Let's look and see. Yeah, nobody's dominating this video. I mean, there are some people, but that looks old and outdated. Okay, hair. Okay, so you want to say. Maybe you want to say lace front. Like, how, I don't know wig terminology. How do people search for it? Is it lace front? Or is it like I guess when I think about if I wanted to get it, I would say lace front wig. Okay, so now let's see who's ranking with videos. Now we're talking. Maybe. But, because this looks like these are people just doing tutorials. Yeah, they're talking about wigs as in like go buy a wig off the internet. Lace frontals by Ronnie Robinson. That looks like somebody. Swiss Lace Boston. Lace frontal, custom, okay, custom wigs. Okay, there we go. Sew ends. Okay, sew ends, hairstylist, Boston. Boom, now we're talking. Hair extensions elite in Boston. Okay, so now I found a salon, but look how it takes customers forever to find you because you're not dominating. And you should dominate for all of those words, not just for one word and not just post one video. There should be 100 videos with your niche, right? Health coach in Chicago. And let me tell you something. Health coaches, that's very vague. I don't say, I need a health coach. That's very vague, guys. What do you help me do? Are you an ab coach? Health is so vague. Are you going to help me, you know what I'm saying, with my gut? Like, is it like digestive situation. What is a health coach? And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm telling you that when it's that vague, you're just too wide open. What exactly are you doing? Travel agent. Okay, so if it's a travel agent, how am I searching for you? So we get so caught up into our titles, but we're not thinking like how we should think, like a customer. Think like a customer. Sounds like a new book. Think like a customer. Think like a customer. I want to create an app in the hair industry for women of color to start. To start. What does that mean, to start? Women of color to start doing what? You can totally create an app. I created multiple apps. I told you guys, I've created apps. Check out Apps Without Code. She's awesome. I am just getting into her program. But before her, I created 4 apps. And it was a wonderful process. I learned so much on how to design them. I hired the team. And I learned what not to do, okay? I work with women to help weight loss. Boom, there we go. Okay, so now you said weight loss. Totally, I wasn't even thinking about weight loss, right? Weight loss, women, Chicago. And I should really say weight loss specialist. Let me tell you something. You know how much more you can call on your ticket when you are a specialist? Okay, so let's see. Top 10 weight loss centers, best weight loss doctor, best weight loss clinic. I don't see any videos unless I click the tab. There, oh my God, you wide open right now for weight loss specialist Chicago. You're like literally wide open. Let me tell you why I say that. Oh, I don't know if you can see because it's like so much light. Because look, if you see where it says all news, shopping, images, there's no video mark. I'm gonna tell you right now, videos pay your bills, honey. Pay your bills. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Can you pay my automobile? Then maybe we can chill. I don't think you do. So you let me all do. At first we started out with cool. Okay, please leave the name in the notes. Please leave what name? Apps Without Code? Google it. Apps Without Code. So that's Tara. Tell her Lakeisha sent you. I don't know if you can join her program right now because it was like one of those things like a webinar or something, but I bought her. I empower men and women to show up for themselves, stand up for others, and take control of life. But what am I searching to find you? Do you guys understand this? So when we work one-on-one together, we're going to get clear on that ish, and we're going to make a bunch of stuff on the internet so people can find you. So again, I want to just show you how specific you can be. Weight loss specialist Chicago, if that's your niche, you can dominate. How many women in Chicago want to lose weight and they're just like looking at links? We want to see videos of the person. We want to actually be a human. Humans like looking at humans, okay? So as much as these website links are cute and all, you can literally dominate in your city for a specific title. That's what we're working on, being found on the internet. In my action taker group, that's what I'm helping you do. So when I ask you guys to say that you're ready, you got to think about it. I'm going to teach you how to fish. I'm going to teach you how to be found online, how to be literally cast your videos and wait for the people to reel on in to your business. It's not like a scam. It's not like a maybe this works for Keisha and other people. I built so many people's stuff. Like, it works when you work it, when you show up and when you do the work. And yes, you're going to invest in yourself. $597 is not a lot considering the videos last forever until you take them down. So if you sell a service, let's just get the calculator out. If you sell a service and you say your service, let's say the service is, let's say the average service is $80. I'm just throwing a number out there. I don't even know what you do or how much you charge. But let's just say each client is worth $80. They're going to pay you $80. $597 divided by 80. So 7.4 clients. So we're going to say 8 clients give you your money back. Meanwhile, you're going to get as many clients as you want based on the number of videos you post, based on your marketing, based on your ability to be seen all the time. And that's what we work on. So we have our initial planning session, so we make sure just stuff is in alignment. We have a meeting together, you and I, one-on-one. Yes, I'm making an offer right now. So if you're intrigued about this and you want to know more, just message me on Facebook. You can message me in my messenger, or if you're on YouTube, go to LakeishaMichelle.com. Whatever is easy for you, right? And I hardly ever do one-on-one, right? But I wanted to do something for my action takers, people that just don't want to learn another thing that may or may not work. I want to jump right into what works, get you in the space, right? And be seen every single week, showing up, making offers, making more sales, using videos, using pictures, using your media, because it's free and it's your job to be there. It's your job to be on and marketing yourself. And we'll get over the mindset of I don't want to be seen, or oh my God, is it too much? Or oh my God, I'm not ready, or oh my God, I'm not popular enough, or yada, 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 yada. I'm gonna get you into action. We're gonna work together. I can't do your crunches for you. I can't make people like you. But if these are the things that you wanna work on, then I need you. Your yes looks like, let's get started. Let's book our first appointment. Pay the invoice. Let's get started. Like that, it's just that simple. If somebody's searching, here's what I love about Google. The difference between Amazon, the difference between Facebook, the difference between, like I like Instagram, Instagram you search. But in general, Google is a gangster. Google is an OG, okay? When you go to Google, you are looking for an answer. And it's your job to simply be the answer. It's your job to be found. It's your job to be seen. So, ask yourself, why haven't you started? You can have a fear of, what if I can't handle all the publicity? I have people tell me like, see, when I start posting my stuff, and they really was proud of this answer. I start showing what I do, and then everybody gonna be doing. So who is this really about? That's about you. It has nothing to do with the customer. Are you really in business to help people? I'm on YouTube, I'm on Google, and the reason why that works, guys, is because Google owns YouTube. So if you didn't know that, that's why. Google owns YouTube. But I do this, so guys, what I want to help you guys know is that even if you look at like your website, you can take your, like I have all my clients that I used to make websites for on Wix, Wix.com. I used to make websites for them. And they all were like, wow, they got on the second, third page, first page, even with Wix on Google, because it's all about understanding how your customers are looking for you. And y'all, this is free stuff that you can do now and get results, and then take that money and invest in a Facebook ad expert or whatever else people out here doing. But at the end of the day, I consistently have done this with no advertising every year. I help people move to new states and start over in their business every year doing this. So, Keisha, yes, real good live, taking notes. I love it. Hey y'all, you know this live is for me. I love it. My fear is not being able to service everyone. But see, so that's a good fear. That's a real fear. You like, oh my God. Do you guys know what that sounds like? That's like saying, I know I'm gonna get a record deal, so I'm not even gonna be putting myself out there like that because, oh my God, the world is not even, it's gonna be so overwhelming. And so you sit at home every day with this amazing gift and you do nothing. You watch everybody else and you see what everybody else is doing. That's the thing that get on my nerves on social media. I'm like, I just start unfollowing people. If all you're doing is posting like your car, and I'm like, get off. This is stupid. Because it's training you to be reactive and to think that everybody's life is great except for yours, or everything is happening. It's not reality, especially, let me tell you something, in LA, you will run into any and everybody and go, whoa, that's different from your social media. Like, at the end of the day, don't worry about what's gonna happen, how you're gonna, it's a good problem to have. If you feel like you're gonna have so many clients, but I'm just telling you, what I do gives you steady clients. It doesn't give you a boom, tomorrow, get rich overnight. I don't sell get rich quick stuff. So you have to put your work in and actually do the work, and it's just gonna work like consistently over the time. So that's really just like a way to procrastinate, a sexy procrastination. I'm gonna be so busy that I can't even take everyone, so I'm just gonna stay the way I am. I call bullshit. I call it. I'm not getting calls every other week. I don't know why. Just look at what you do. What do you do to get calls? What do you do to get calls? How do you market yourself every single day? What are you doing every single day? What is your routine that gets done every single day so that it supports your sales goals? Do you have sales goals? I need a massage. This is when I need somebody to come to my house and do me a massage. Do you have sales goals? This is a legit question I need you to answer right now in the comments. Right now in the comments, what's your daily sales goal? When you woke up this morning, what you need to make? Lulu, what's your number? Shakisha, what's your number? What's your sales goal? And here's the deal, when something's not working, how are you measuring so that you can see why it's not working? So what's the format that you use, right? So that you can follow your sales process. Because if you're not getting enough calls, it's very simple. You're not making enough offers, you're not being seen enough, or maybe what you're offering is to the wrong audience. There's a couple things you can look at to see like why is it not working? When it was working, what were you doing? Are you still doing that? I don't have any. See, that's a no-no. Shanita. Right, and so we'll always hit something that's not a target every time. You'll always aimlessly, if you don't set the goal, you'll hit it every time. If the goal is I don't know, you're gonna hit I don't know every single time. I don't have any of this. I feel like I'm so busy with the kids. So you gotta figure out what's important to you. And this is the reality. What's really important to you? So I have been just in a, like, oh my gosh, over the last couple of years, I've just been really, really clear on letting stuff go. The minute I realized, like, oh, that's why I moved back to Texas. I actually love going to sit on my mama couch. So what's really important to you, Keisha? Living across the street from the beach in your high-rise fabulous. While that is important to me, I also love being with my mom. So, boom, shift. What's really important? My travel. So certain business deals that come to my table, I don't take because it's going to affect my traveling, and that's what's more important to me. Will I leave money on the table? Yes. You got to figure out what's more important. Is being a mother more important than having a business? Then you should get a day job so that you can have a sustained situation so that you can love on your kids and fully be present with your kids and really just be the mother that you know you are called to be. I got a couple friends that are mothers and they realize, like, I gotta be a mom. So all this entrepreneur stuff is taking me away from my kids. I don't want to do sales. They were like, I don't want to do sales. I don't want to do this, and that. So they were very clear. And it was through our conversation. I'm like, and it's okay. You don't get an award for struggling and trying to stay down with the entrepreneurship. You don't get an award for, slaving and not serving. Like, you just got to be clear on what you want, what works for your lifestyle. Because nobody can tell you that but you. And you don't have to have a $50 million business. Like, you can, if you say, okay, like, I just want to make X amount of dollars so I can do this, and that. It's whatever you want. If you're in business, your business is meant to serve you. You start the business so that it serves you. So you get to call the shots on what it looks like, okay? You look at Mary Kay. They sell Mary Kay reps on the idea that they can be mothers and still build the business. Okay? So you can't be, don't feel bad about that. Just decide what's really important. Like, be real with yourself. Oh my God, if you don't do nothing else in 2019, go into it with the real you. I'm so clear. I'm mixing stuff. Y'all don't even know. I'm mixing stuff left and right. If I see something I don't like, I just want to be clear and I want to be on purpose. I want to be doing what God wants me to do, period. And it's hard. It's hard. You have to release stuff that, you feel wrong. You just feel bad. You feel like you're not a good person, and it's not true. It's just that you've trained yourself to take less or to just settle for something just because we like the idea of it. Just bump that, boo, bump that. You can work corporate. If I had to do it all over again, like, and I had to work corporate, I would still be into all of this, keep my day job and my side hustle, and invest in some property so that I can mix all of this and have property money. Because I got friends that got property money, and they literally do whatever they want to do because they got property money. It just comes in every month. Now that's smart. I wish I had known about that. Like, if I had actually had an attention span for it, Jesus Christ. That's smart. So there's more than one way. Entrepreneurship is not the way. Like, it's not the only way. But it is definitely amazing. Let's see. My goal is 385, 400 if I work 5 days, 40. Just keep it silent. What's all these random small numbers? $500 a day, boom. Lulu, you playing small. You playing small. $500 a day. I know you, so I'm gonna just call you out on that. You playing small. 500 is the minimum period, no matter what the day is. So, and that's just like a fact. And if you're working 5 days, like, dude, slow days is 500. Daily sales goal are 900. Love it, Just Lisha, $900. I love it. I love you guys that are clear on what your numbers should be. I'm making that goal about 85, 90% of the time. So I need you to step up. And then you need to get organized because you've been rocking me long enough. I don't believe that you've gotten organized yet, and so that you don't have to work so like hard to do $500 because that's only a few clients a day. My daily goal is 500 a week. And then Shakisha, just being clear, I don't have any of this. I feel like I'm busy with kids. You just get clear on what it is you want. So I dare you to get off this live stream and just get really, 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 really clear. I emailed you. I think you emailed me. You guys, I be looking at all y'all messages. We have like 40 people email back saying that they want to be in the Action Taker group. So you guys, I replied to you guys with an audio because it was just getting to be too many things to reply back to and go back and forth. And either you know you're doing it or not. I really want the people who are just clear and they're just ready because it's just easier to work. So none of this convincing and hemming and hawing, especially I sent that to people who already purchased stuff from me. So, boom. Let's see. Let me see what else. Okay, I was looking at something. So, perfect. That's so true. Being an entrepreneur doesn't work for every lifestyle and all priorities. Nope. So yeah, businesses, you pick the business that fits the lifestyle that you want. Hey Sandy, you pick the business that fits the lifestyle that you want. That's definitely what I did. So, and you don't have to do everything at once. So you can calm down and like just do things incrementally. Incremental upgrades are always amazing. So that means taking a little bit of time and saying, okay, so like when I was in the salon and I was completely overwhelmed, I knew the big picture was me getting from behind the chair, but I can't just cut everything off. So I made a plan to just at least uncrowd my space so I can think straight and not be worn out, tired when I got home on the weekends trying to hang with my family. And so that was I knew the big picture. Big picture, like get it from behind the chair and I wanted to make money on the internet. I already knew that. That was my thing. I want to make money on the internet. That was my outcome. I'm sticking to it. I don't give a goddamn how I get there. Boom. Okay. So that was the big picture. But I knew that was just kind of like, I don't know how that's going to happen. I'm committed to that. I'm going to do whatever it takes. Mind you, I had already been trying to do that for like 4 or 5 years. Let's be clear. Again, that's what commitment looks like because some of you guys want it tomorrow, but I have been doing that for like 4 or 5 years, staying up all night. So much so that I remember my boyfriend was like, you're just doing this stuff, you're obsessed with it, you're always on your phone, you're always studying this stuff. Like, he was just over it because I was always like obsessed with making money on the internet. That was my thing, right? And again, I did it, I studied that, and I was committed to that even when nothing was happening. So I tried a whole lot of stuff. Selling sunglasses, mobile apps, websites. I've done so many things on the internet. And it was great because now I understand it, right? And I'm still learning about the internet. Now, mind you, I'm still in the salon. So I kept my day job, right? And in my day job, I looked at how can I clean this up and make this enjoyable while it's the thing that I have right now. Because some of you guys think you gotta just drop everything, and for sometimes you do. I feel like in my life right now, I'm feeling like God telling me to drop a lot of stuff. I'm like, oh my God. And it's tough because you're just like, what? Just drop the whole thing? Like everything? Now I'm not a stranger to just dropping things. I'm very good at that actually. But that's still a process to like release. You might be really passionate about it, but God like, that's nice, but that's not what I have for you. So drop it. It's like, so I'm just saying, like, I knew that the big goal was making money online, which I do now. I only do that now. Some people always say, what do you do? This, the internet. Okay, so that's that. But rewind 4 or 5 years ago, that wasn't my reality. And even 4 or 5 years ago, I had to drop everything and focus on it. And I was putting in 15 to 40 hours a week on my side hustle. Y'all feel me? So my point is, what's stopping you from starting? It's always typically something in your head. It's always typically something in your head. I was doing my, I love studying, y'all. Like, I love studying scripture. If you look at, first of all, you know we've been talking about James 2. Prove you have faith by what you do. Faith doesn't lead us to do, faith that doesn't lead us to do good deeds is not faith. So if you say you got faith and you're not taking action, then you don't have faith. Stop claiming God and you whack. You're not doing what you know you could be doing with his strength. You don't need to lean on your strength. You don't need to lean on your confidence. You need to lean on, did you see how Christ rolled around the Bible? Like, as much as I thought I would never be even, I would be so far from religion. I'm not religious. But I love God. And if you think about how Christ rolled around, he was just clear. He was so clear. He was gangster. He would be like, I am. It was a period. It said, I am that I am. That was it. It wasn't like all these explanations and I'm wondering if I am and I think I am and oh, what if they don't think that I am and oh, Lord. No, it was very clear. I am. That is all. We gotta walk around with that kind of confidence. And when we're not starting, I'm gonna tell you, I'll speak for myself, it's because I'm scared of something. So when I'm not starting something, I just get a sheet of paper and write what I'm scared of, write what I'm BSing myself about, write it out, get real with it so I can get it out the way and keep pushing. That's it. I'm excited. This is my new I don't know what I'm calling this new project yet, but it is so good. It is so good. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so raw. I don't even know how. Oh my God, it's so good. I can't wait to be out. But listen, you must be real with yourself about why you're not starting. And then get into freaking action. Don't start getting into a pity party. It's easy to say that you're scared. And then, hey, Mama Sam. And then she said, start before you're ready. Stop waiting for life to be perfect. Stop holding yourself back, waiting for the right time. Now is the right time. Boom! Drop the mic. But don't drop the mic. Period. And that sums up the moral of the story. Now listen, for those of you who are on my email list and you saw the email and you want to get the information to work one-on-one with me so we can start and you can actually do the dang thing and you want to do like what I was telling you about being found in your city based on the questions that your customers are looking for, if that's what you want to do, holla at your girl. That's it. Like, don't send me maybes, will it work for me? If you have a business and you want to be found like we just did, weight loss specialist in Chicago, okay? Lace front specialist in whatever. Like, if that's what you're trying to do, I can hook you up. That's how I built my business. There's several strategies. We'll pick one that fits your business. But at the end of the day, that's the realm that we're working on if you choose to work with me one-on-one. It's either a bold yes, Keisha, let's go, girl, or a bold no. I want you to be clear. It's no pressure. I just want you to be clear. That's it. So the one-on-one is so that we can get into action and you're not learning like a class. It's not like, oh, let's go learn. Like, we're gonna make a plan, we're gonna execute that mofo, period. And there are gonna be things that you have to learn, but you're gonna learn them at an accelerated pace. I have patience. I'm going to teach you so that you understand. We won't pass the marker until you get it, but you're going to definitely be in action, and it's you and me for 90 days. If you want those details, literally go to LaKeishaMichelle.com, type in I'm ready, the chat box is there, or you can go to Facebook and message me. A lot of you guys send me messages on Facebook as well. If you got the email, just reply back and say I'm ready. And if you're watching this, that means you're ready to invest. I see you guys already on my website because I just explained it. So like what? It's super simple. I think I'm answering all the questions. Do you guys have any questions? Do you guys have any other questions? And I'm gonna tell you guys, you can't be so creative with what you do that clients don't know what you do. Because I see that a lot. It's like the perfect example is when she says she's a health coach. What is that? I don't know what that is. That sounds great. That makes me say, wow, good for you. You don't want to introduce what you do and it makes somebody say, good for you. Wow, that's great. Mm-hmm. That's great. Oh, she's a health coach. Yeah, talk to her. About what? What in the health are you going to help me with? This is legit questions. Like, when people tell me that, I'm like, what? The world is too busy. The world is too busy, okay? So, you have to be clear. What kind of health coach? Then she said, weight loss for women. I'm like, that's amazing. Now that we can work with. Now that is a pain point. That is an area that we can dig into and make a million videos. You can become the #1 go-to person. Because how you decide that you're gonna be the #1 go-to person and you do the dang thing. Okay? My clients tell me in LA, it'd be so funny. People, the other stylists, they're kind of more popular, whatever, they have more followers. But my clients be going to me, they be like, Keisha, this person always talking about you, da-da-da-da-da. And I know why, because I made myself be the specialist. And so while you have gotten my clients, it's only because I'm not there, darling. And it's because they can't find nobody like me. And they're looking at my videos, and they're bringing in my videos, and they're saying, well, can you do like what she does? And then the person is irritated because they're bringing in my stuff. But hey, because I decided that I was going to be that, fill in the blank, y'all know it. Some of y'all knew what word was coming in. I decided I'm that chick in the space. I'm going to own this mug, and I'm going to selfishly own it just in case I decide to come back and play. And it worked. And it's working that way through everything. Ooh, the end. So if you want to do that in your business, holla at your girl. LakeishaMichelle.com. I just said I'll come on and rant just for a little bit. $500 a day. Don't say things like money is slow. You have what you say. Don't say things like that. It's really raining. It's about to rain. I'm about to get off the internet. Y'all know this is what black people, you can't be on the internet, you can't be on the phone, you can't be on none of that when it's thunder and lightning. Okay guys, I love you. Money is energy. For sure, you're an energetic match. If you believe that money leaves you, it will always. If you believe that there's not enough clients, you can do everything somebody tells you to do and you'll never have enough clients because your belief, you're going to attract. You're a walking magnet. Y'all better Google this stuff is in the internet. You can Google any of this. And the Bible just tells you, you have what you say. Like, so what? Look in the mirror, you sound fat? Yes, that is true for you. I am fat. If you look in the mirror and say, you know, oh, my nose, oh, this and that, then that's just true for you because that's what you decided is true. If you look in the mirror at your brokest point and say, I'm a multimillionaire, that's true for you, period. And you will see your life adjust if you keep feeling and thinking and aligning and energetically being a match to receive everything, right? And then you begin to think differently. You begin to walk differently, dress differently, talk differently, do something else. Everything begins to shift because the battle is always in the mind. The battle is always in the mind. The battle is always in the mind. Always in the mind. Your thoughts. So, y'all know, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So that is not what we hear here, like the little stuff that you naturally just hear. Oh, there's not enough money. Oh, this is too much. Oh, this and that. That's in your, you register that. But what's true is what's in your heart. Like that stuff right there is quiet and low. That's what's running you right now. So if you're saying it, that means it's deeply embedded, and you gotta start changing the tape that's playing in the background. Does that make sense, guys? So like, it's just like a song that's on really, really low. It gets stuck in your head, and even when you're doing something else, the song pops up. It's the same thing. Like if you feel like whatever you just said, money, I don't know, you said something about money. That's embedded in your heart, and in order to get that out, you gotta put some new media, you gotta put some new music in your heart, okay? You gotta sing a different song, you gotta say something different. Period, point blank. You have what you say, you are what you think in your heart. So you've gotta course correct. And that takes practice, that takes repetition. A belief is a thought on repeat. So you gotta put a new thought in on repeat, and you gotta feel a different way on repeat. You're a magnet. You're a walking magnet. You're a magnet. You're a magnet. You're a magnet. Google it. You're a magnet. Literally. So you only, if you just take away nothing else from this live stream and just the fact that you're a magnet, and you start thinking like, wait, what am I attracting? Just look at your life. You attracting something. Just look around, take some inventory. Take some inventory of what you see in your life. That's what you've attracted thus far. There's something in you that resonates with that, and that's what you have. And if you desire more, you just gotta change your frequency. You just gotta change your feelings and your thoughts and your words. Align it with where you desire to be every single day. It's not easy. It's a practice. It requires repetition. It's like a thing. Like, you gotta like do it. But eventually, you'll look up and your life has shifted. And then by the time you get there, you're gonna be ready to shift to the next level. There's always a next level. If there's no next level, you're dead in a casket. So, I'm done. If you want to work one-on-one with me, message me. This is rounding up. I'm done with this offer on Wednesday at midnight, okay? So, get it in. You got like 48 hours to send me whatever it is that you desire. Any questions? If you want more details, it's us working together one-on-one for 90 days. I'm not exactly. Us working together one-on-one, 90 days, jumping into action, doing things like getting you seen and heard and paid with your offers via video and pictures. So, you guys, you know you want to market, you know you want to be seen, you want to put yourself out there. That's what we're doing. So, one-on-one, you and I. Go to LakeishaMichelle.com. You can message me there. I see a couple of you have messaged me, so I'm going to get to these right now. And I'm going to send you guys, some of you guys have gotten the audio via email. So listen to that and hit me back. It's just really simple. There's a one-time payment and we work together for 12 weeks. Very simple. I see somebody saying I'm ready for the one-on-one. I'm about to get back to these. So let's get it. I'm gonna let you guys. I love y'all. Of course, I'll be live tomorrow. Message you. Okay, cool. You probably messaged me on my secret messenger. Okay, I got you, Catalina. Okay, guys, I love y'all. What is the name of the course? What course? What course? Me working together with you. I call it Action Takers. That was just so I can get y'all's attention. At the end of the day, we're working one-on-one together. That's the course. It's not a course. It's us making a plan and you doing, and whatever you need to get the job and task done, you'll get that information from me versus having to take the course. So you're not signing up for a course. You're signing up to do the work, and if there's something that you need to learn along the way that I will teach you about media, about pictures, whatever, I will show you at that time. So that you're not bogged down and trying to learn something and do something. You jump right into what needs to be done. It's going to be very hands-on. That's why there's only a little bit of stuff, because I'm selling my real time and I hardly ever do that. Try to read all the comments. Okay, I'm done. Bye guys, for real. Okay, wait, I'm not gone yet. If I am certified in trauma release to improve physical and emotional pain, should I mention more? That is my root work. Yet the way you gotta mention it though is how I would be searching for it. So it can't be I'm certified in trauma. I don't search trauma release, right? That's not going to, hey Shanice, love you too. I'm not going to search trauma release, but like you gotta give me a scenario on what that looks like for the client. What are they experiencing? And then what would they be Googling to get relief from that experience? Does this make sense, guys? That's how you gotta think about your business as a whole. When you're talking to people, especially my coaches, I tell y'all, get out the clouds. Nobody don't know what the clouds. I don't even like the clouds on my freaking iPhone because stuff be disappearing and stuff. Nobody got time for that. You need to just speak regular English. If you can help, what does releasing trauma look like? Okay, so I was in an abusive relationship. Are you saying that you can help me with my panic attacks? Because what I would be looking for is, I keep having nightmares, or I still feel like I'm being stalked. That was real life stuff when I was going through trauma from being in an abusive relationship. So what does that mean? How is the customer searching? That needs to be a class all by itself, because I think people have such a hard time getting into the mind of their customers, and you know, it's just that simple. Like, how are they typing the question into Google? Because if you can get that, then you are hitting the money, like seriously. Just all you gotta do is dominate that space. Oh good, that makes sense. Okay, perfect. Okay, love you guys. Holla back. I'm going for real. Bye.